Welcome back to the lab. When you last heard from me, I'd made a monumental stuff up and thought that I had L19 head studs in this engine, and it didn't have L19 head studs in it. But we've got some in a box now. This lovely box. It's just arrived this morning, a few minutes ago. Unboxing time. I hope it's the right studs in there. I ordered it via the phone. I'm pretty sure it's the right studs in there. Imagine if I talk too much and confuse them and they put VG30DETT studs in there instead. Because we've got a VG30DETT. Oh, let's open this up here. We've got the bench sort of prepared. I've been fixing other things, right? So I had to fix a Toyota. It's horrible. Some things in there. I told you they throw things in there sometimes. There's a Xeno. Let's hang that from the... We can too, look. Hang that from the rear vision mirror of the March. Hopefully when we're at the track tomorrow. It looks like that's some sort of a clothing or something. Put that there. And here's our... Yeah, they're all wrapped up. Does it say what they are? Doesn't say what they are. Let's hope they're the right ones. They will be. They will be. Look at that. VG. There we go. We're good. So let's disassemble this. Put that back in there. Disassemble this, which shouldn't be hard. These are all just finger tight at the moment, or thereabouts. See, wasn't lying. We'll get these off, which I've now polished. Of course, you saw that. Head studs will be swapped over. Now you can just take the old one out and put a new one in. Take the old one out, put a new one in, and just do it in the order that the heads are talked to, and then run around and talk them up 3 times like it says that you should do. In the meantime, the fuel rails have been fitted with no pinched O-rings. Seems to be a task that some people can't complete without screwing up, but whatever. And we've put the new hose that I was talking about, 200 series hose on there with full flow fittings. Just clears these rocker covers, cam covers. I will relieve a little bit of material from here just to make sure there is a suitable amount of space. Not that you're going to hear it anyway, but fuel rails, you tend to get buzzes and vibrations from injectors opening and closing and fuel pumps running and all that, and it can create funny noises. So we'll just make sure that's actually got good clearance from here to here, so that maybe a tuner doesn't pick up on it and think it's something else going on or whatever. Or it might make enough noise that it sounds like there's a big problem with the engine, you know, if you little wee thing on here. Oh no. Rod bearing's going, but it's just harmonics from the fuel system or something like that. It's starting to look good, eh? It's starting to look very, very shiny and good. Okay, I'm going to fix up my little faux pas and carry on. Cool. So I'm not going to go through every single stud, talking you the whole way through. That'll be a very boring video. Generic ARP stud, not the fancy ones. It's got ARP written on the top there on each side of it, 6 o'clock and 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock or whatever it is. As you can see, as I said earlier on, the shape of it is very much same. There really isn't any difference. I mean, I could measure that with a pair of calipers to confirm, but that's the same as that. There's no difference in undercut or anything like that. The colour is different. You don't touch these with your bare fingers unless you got some oil on them to protect them or whatever. And it's got, I do believe it says L19 on the top there. It's very hard to see it. It's not focusing. Yeah, L19. So I guess I screwed up and just figured they'd look a little bit different after a bit of use, and did not check the marking on the top, which just says I can't even get it to focus. It just says ARP. ARP. So if you're not looking carefully, you get caught out by that one and make yourself look like an idiot. But there you go. So old mate Mr. Australian, who said they don't look like L19 head studs because the undercut, like I said, that's technically wrong. However, he was right saying that they don't look like L19s, but not for the reason that he gave. It's for the colour and of course the stamping on the top. Right, let's get him changed. There we have it. All those ones, they're going to go in the bin or something. Not going to go back in the engine anyway, I can't trust them. And just out of interest, I compared them to some L19 ones, which should be identical physically. And these are just a tiny bit longer. These are all like 1, maybe 2 millimeters long. So yeah, I stretched them. These are actually the wrong spark plugs for that engine, never mind the fact that they're all stuffed now anyway. They're supposed to run something PFR 6B11B or something like that. So there's a special plug that they designed for these motors which has a little bit more of a, let's call it a cowl coming down there past where the threads are. So we've got to get some of those for it in a slightly different range. And it is looking far more fantastic now that we can put the plenum on the top of it. There's some things that need tidying up on this. I am going to get the balance tube rather. This will be powder coated or painted, one or the other. Probably should try and find some paint the same as this and paint it the same as that. And in hindsight, I could have done these front covers, but they're pretty close match. I think this is just some paint that I had kicking around, just silver. It might be 2-pot. It doesn't seem too fussed about solvents, so it might be 2-pot, but certainly nothing fancy. And it's close enough match to that, right? So, and then there's a couple of brackets on the side that hold the plenum. As you can see, all the paint's all coming off these. So they might as well go silver to match that. You can't really see them anyway. They're just tucked around the corner. So they'll only get paint powder coated just to look after them, tidy things up. That's looking pretty good. Right, so I've got to pack this away now and shuffle stuff and things around. The little monster that's hiding behind the BMW needs to go on a trailer. I'm going to go and play with it. So that's probably the end of this video. When we get our turbochargers, we can reassemble all that stuff onto there and have a think about putting it back in the hole up here. All right, cheers for watching. Cheers, bye. Very nice. Very, very nice.